Camera rolling. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's going on? Alright, okay, alright.
TJ, you gotta be quiet, dude.
I'm quiet.
Start doing.
3.
Still rolling.
Floors. Just sit down.
Okay. Have to be.
Here, sit here.
No, I'm good.
Alright.
And the floors really do creak, that's wild.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Unboxed. My name is Brian, and I'm back here today with one of the craziest sneaker collectors in the game right now, the homie Nick Girlando. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself and what we're going to be getting into today?
Sure, what's up guys? So we're going to go through some of my favorite shoes. It wasn't an easy task, but I went through my collection and picked out my top 5 pairs to bring and show you guys, and we're going to go through each one by one.
Also, you said I could have one of these pairs when we're done, right?
Yeah, for sure, but I might kill you for it on the way out, so.
Alright, so starting off with number 5 on today's countdown, we have some crazy camo joints, man. Why don't you tell us more about, well, obviously, it's like some Supreme kicks.
That's right, these are the Supreme Air Force One lows from 2012. They came out in canvas, camo, all army in black, white soles, gum bottoms. One of my favorite shoes that I've been able to keep DS the whole time, and definitely one of the most slept on Supreme Nike collaborations to date.
Yeah, man, so back around this time when Supreme dropped these, Nike initially dropped a VacTech camo pair too. So between that pair and this pair, what were the differences between the two?
So definitely off the bat, the difference was the gum sole, the white contrast to the gum with the camo upper. Also, the canvas material on this was way more premium. The stitching around the side had a much deeper inlay throughout the shoe, whether it's on the toe box, the check, or the upper. They also had that contrast labeling, which is dope, and then you can never hate on the Supreme tag or the Supreme insole. Gotta have it, and it's one of the best features of the shoe.
Moving right along in our countdown, we have number 4, a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning.
That's right, Jordan 4 Lightning from 2006. Shoe has never been retroed, has never been redone. Was rumored to come out, but the release actually got canceled. So that's what makes these ones that much better.
Yeah, no, of course, because like initially they re-retroed the Thunders, and instantly, like anytime a shoe gets re-retroed, like it instantly devalues that shoe as far as like that resale price and everything.
For sure. I mean, especially once you have the first pair, when the second pair comes out, it hurts a little bit because one, the quality is always going to be a little bit different, the fit's going to be different, you know, and overall, it just makes them more available.
Yeah, no, of course, and you know, in just typical human fashion, we all want things that we can't have. So, bringing me to my next question: how in the world did you get your hands on these?
I actually got these from a kid in high school who had them. He had the opportunity to get them. He didn't really care too much about them. He started wearing them, and every time he wore them to school, I would break his chops about them and just kind of dig at them. And I think I buttered them up one day with a trade that definitely was in my favor, but it turned out to work, and looking back 12 years later, it was definitely my favorite.
Man, so did you just like hit him with that fast-talking New York attitude?
100%. The salesman in me came out, and before I could finish speaking, he just was like, take them.
My highly trained Stratonites. My killers who will not take no for an answer.
Man, pay attention to the art of the finesse. Alright guys, so moving right along in our countdown, we have number 3, some more Supremes.
That's right, we got the Nike SB Supreme Low from 2002 in the white cement print. This originally came out in 2 colors, later they added a 3rd. This is definitely one of my favorite shoes, and among Supreme, Nike SB, and Dunk collectors, this is one of the most coveted shoes in that region.
No, definitely. I remember being in high school and just dreaming about a pair.
When these came out, I was about 13 years old, so I was a little young to be waiting online and going out. I was definitely out there, but I actually got these about a year later. I had a guy in Malaysia that I met on the Nike Talk forums in about 1999, and we went back and forth buying and selling shoes. I would buy shoes in New York for him, ship them to him, and vice versa. And anytime a shoe came up in my size, he always thought of me first, so he blessed me with these. I mean, I think I got them for maybe $300 at the time, which is pretty crazy because at that time they were selling for $800, $700.
That's a fire sell price right there.
Yeah, for sure. So he blessed me.
No, for sure, man. So would you say that this is like the best pickup you've ever had on Nike Talk Forum?
Maybe not the best, but one of them for sure. This is definitely, of that era, and I'm lucky enough to have most of those shoes that I did get on Nike Talk, which is cool because, nowadays that doesn't exist like it used to be.
So eventually, will you sell these or will you keep the set together?
I'm always going to keep the set together. If somebody wants to buy the whole set, I'll think about it, but I'm not trying to sell single pairs ever.
Man, it's got to be a skyball price probably.
100% for sure.
Moving in to number 2 in our top 5 countdown, we have something that we've never had on this show before, something personally that I've never seen in my life, in my entire years of existing, but we have the What the Dunk lows. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nike What the Dunk SB Low from 2007. This is probably one of the craziest SBs ever. It's almost like a myth to some people. Most people have never seen him in person, held them, felt them, kind of reacting like he is. I remember the first time and only time I've ever worn these was senior year of high school, and everybody was going nuts. It was crazy. And that was the only time I've ever worn them since.
Because honestly, to me, like, this is an art piece right here. Like, you just put this in a glass case and you just admire it until the day you die. Like, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, when this shoe came out, it was, like I said, it was a myth. It released, I remember I went to a Nike SB video premiere. They had them on display and only the team riders were wearing them. And I went up to just about everybody in that premiere and asked, how do I get these? One guy actually had a Connect down the line. I called somebody in Spain, went back and forth. He spoke terrible English. Took me about 3 months to get the deal done, but I think I paid a pretty penny for these to get them shipped over from Spain.
Alright, so it's safe to assume that these will never be sold. These will be kept forever.
For sure. As long as I'm in sneakers, which is going to be my whole life, these will be with me.
Dang, man. So alright, just for like all the SB heads out there, I know like Nike SB is not as popular as it once was. Which one out of the entire SB collection is, I guess, like your favorite part of the shoe? There's so many different aspects of it. You got the ray guns, 13s, Supreme, the denims. Like, which one would you say holds the most value to you?
I'm not sure. I mean, if I look at it over here, I want to say the Pigeon, obviously being my favorite shoe of all time, being probably one of the most rare SBs ever. But the best part about this shoe is it represents an era in Nike, in skateboarding, in footwear in general that will never be replicated. I mean, when Dunks were this hot, it was so crazy and so hard to get them, and nowadays it's sad because Dunks don't go for nearly as much, but this is almost like a walk down memory lane when I look at the shoe, because you have everything from the Oompa Loompa sole to the Luckies to the Unluckies to the Cement. You got the Forbes denim here, you got the Shanghai right here, you have the Supreme High Stars here. I mean,
let's not forget the Jedi laces.
I mean, you can't wear Jedi laces for sure. You got the Metacom tongue, Tiffany right here, Metacom check, the Bucks on the back. I mean, I could keep going on and on, but it's a walk down memory lane for sure.
Alright guys, so number 1 on today's countdown, we have another first timer, a shoe that we've never had on the show before and something that I've never seen in person until now. Number 1 on today's countdown, we have the Nike SB Low Pigeons.
2005 these released. Rumored to be only 150 pairs in the world. The other rumor is 202. Either way, I'll take it because I have one of them. I happen to have a beautiful size 9, which is one of, if not the most coveted size in sneakers, let alone Nike SBs. And being a true New Yorker, living in the city with pigeons surrounding me my whole life, sneaker culture surrounding me my whole life, these are definitely my number 1 and hopefully the number 1 to the show and the rarest shoe the show will ever see.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying, man. Like, how did you get your hands on these?
So yeah, this was another forum cop for sure. This was Soul Collector Forums, used to be called ISS back in the day, and made good friends with the guy who definitely had some heat, and we'd buy and trade multiple pairs. I actually had PlayStation Air Force Ones that I had size 9, but because it was a sample pair, it ran so big that it was virtually unwearable for me. And being a smaller guy at the time, it really had no use. So what I did was I sold that and then bartered with them and saved about every dollar I had for the next 6 months to buy these.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of dedication.
Yeah, I mean, I was not going to stop until I found these.
Oh no, for sure. So these will never be sold?
If I ever get into a pinch where I have to make a hasty financial decision, they might be at the brunt of it, like buying a house perhaps, or maybe buying a ring for someone down the line, but I have no plans on selling these anytime soon.
Alright, so then that's going to be a very, very lucky girl. Okay guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Unboxed. And I want to give a special thanks to Nick for bringing in some crazy heat today. Thank you for allowing us to getting a sneak peek on about some sneakers that we've never seen before. So really appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me. Anytime you guys want to see some, there's plenty more where that came from. So I'm always down to come down.
All right, definitely. So before we sign out, guys, why don't you let the people know what you got going on?
So check me out on Instagram at Girlando. I'm a photographer, also a part owner of a sales fashion agency. So you'll see a mix of my brands, Alpha Industries, G-Shock, 40s and Shorties, and more. And you'll see a lot more footwear.
In the comment section below, let us know what were your favorites on today's countdown. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. My name is Brian. This is the homie Nick. Until next time, guys, we out of here. Peace.